What's up everyone, welcome. My name is MT Major and today we're going to talk about whether you should buy the Type 10 or the Anaconda. These ships are roughly in the same price range and they both come with amazing weapons, a fighter bay, great armor, and they just both have really good things about them. I'm going to basically break down these two ships next to each other so that we can see whether you should buy the Type 10 or the Anaconda. Now keep in mind that these two ships I've flown both, so all these things that I'm going to say are also a little personally based. I am basically going to cover why I think you should buy it for what specific role you want to do. So yeah, we're going to cover a lot in this video, and hopefully after this video you know which one you really want. If you're one of those people that's like, you know, I gotta buy 150 million, I want to buy one of these two ships, I don't want to outfit it that much, you know, like 200 million, which one should I buy? Then this is the right video. Sit back, relax, get something to drink, and yeah, let's begin. So let's start off with the Anaconda. The Anaconda is a large multi-purpose ship that is made to do everything basically. It's an extremely good fighter, it's an extremely good cargo hauler, and it's an extremely good explorer. Extremely good explorer. It can reach up to 70 light years if treated well. This ship has extremely high jump ranges. The combat fitted is also really good. It is a really good anti-targoid ship. You can do amazing little things with the ship. Now, there are a couple of things that I don't really like about it. For example, one of the cons is that it has a very low hull mass, which means that it also has a low mass lock factor. The mass lock factor basically indicates how if someone else wants to jump away in your area, how much they'll be stopped. You know, mass lock, when you're like exiting a station, you can't jump. Basically, ships do that too, only the bigger your ship is, the more mass it has, the more mass lock you'll do on that ship. Now, this can be very useful when you're hunting someone down, you know, staying close to them, especially with the Conda, because the Conda can be quite fast as well. But unfortunately, it doesn't have a lot of mass lock factor because of the low mass. It has a hull mass of 400 tons, which in comparison to the Type 10, which I'll go over later, and I'll show them side by side later in the video, that's nothing. It has 2 small hardpoints, 2 medium, 3 large and 1 huge, and it has quite some compartments. You can do a lot of customization with this ship, and it's really good in that regard. It has a pretty good armor rating, but it does not have a better armor rating than the Type 10. Armor rating basically dictates on how basically how good your armor is, and you can't change this on the ship. That is a fixed statistic on every ship, and I think it's 60 or something like that. But I think that the Type 10 either has 65 or 70, which is quite higher, and makes me the Type 10 also a lot more well, a lot more tankier, if you will. So yeah, the Anaconda. Pros to buying the Anaconda over the Type 10 is maneuverability, speed, better exploration ship, better cargo hauling ship, and just the overall idea of being super multi-purpose. You can just do whatever you want. And I kind of think it looks better, but I mean, that's completely optical. Like, that doesn't make any difference on the ship statistics. So here we are with the Type 10. Now the Type 10 is a ship that is made to tackle on the Targoid variants, the Marauder, the Cyclops, and the Basilisk. Now the Type 10 is a really cool looking ship. The only thing that I think looks fucking stupid and ridiculous is that spoiler. Like, are you serious? It's like a Honda Civic at this point. But this Honda Civic, Awfully Dangerous, is actually very good. It has the highest armor rating in the game, the highest mass. I think the Beluga Liner is the one below that. So the Beluga Liner and the Type 10 are really good at ramming, both. And this is just a ship that has a lot of potential to becoming the biggest tanky ship in the game. And I mean, it is. You know, you can give the ship so much integrity, and you can hull tank this thing into oblivion. And it's amazing how much health this ship can have, and you know, it can really fight against Targoids. It has 2 small, 3 medium, and 4 large, so it doesn't have a huge like the Anaconda, but it has a hull mass of 12 100 tons. The Anaconda had 400. So take that into perspective. It has more armor. It has a mass lock factor of 26. The Anaconda had 23, which actually is not even that bad for the Anaconda for its hull mass. But I mean, still, it has a higher mass lock factor, and the maximum upgraded version would have about 30 to 35, maybe 40 jump range. I don't think it can reach 35, but I'm not completely sure about that. So it is a really slow ship. Keep that in mind. Even with engineers, the ship does not move fast. It is cheaper, about 20 million cheaper. So you get that going for it. But other than that, this ship is not that much more special or anything else than the Anaconda. So which one should you choose? The Type 10 Honda Civic, or the Anaconda jump Conda, cargo Conda, whatever the fuck you want to do with it. I would say if I had to choose right off the bat, I would say the Conda. Why the Conda? Because the Conda has just so much more potential to it with all the other things it can do. The Conda has a lot going for itself because it's a ship, according to lore, that has been upgraded over centuries and over centuries. It's such an old design, an old ship, that they've made it into perfection, basically. So from that standpoint, lore standpoint, it's a better ship. From actual standpoint, I would say in a battle against a fully engineered, upgraded Anaconda, fully engineered, upgraded Type 10, I don't know who would win. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe you guys can give me some, because it's like they're both extremely powerful if they're completely upgraded. The Type 10 can easily out tank it. The Anaconda has more DPS, but then again, the Type 10 can ram it like fucking hard, right? The hull mass is so much different. I remember ramming a Anaconda with my Beluga at one point, full on. He had like 80% health. I think I hit him so hard, it was like 40% health went right off him. The integrity just went to shreds. And that also depends on how much integrity you have, obviously. But the Type 10 has 1200 mass, and the Beluga only 950. So there's even more power between behind the ramming. So I think that with that being said, it is a really good rammer. It's a really good tank. The weapons are less good, but they both have fighters. It's a hard decision. But I don't want to make this video too long. Basically, if you want to do multi-purpose stuff, you should totally get the Anaconda. And if you just want a big, bulky tank ship that is very large and has the highest hull mass and the mass lock factor in the game, get the Type 10. It's really good fantasy. You can do a lot of fun stuff with it. So I want to end this video right here. Thanks you guys so much for watching. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe, like if you liked it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Cheers.